Hey, welcome. It's been not bad, has it? I've not checked me score yet from Zaha, so I'm waiting to find out, has he got some bonus? So I'm hoping he has. I obviously checked it half time, but it's been like, after the week I've had last week, it's been like the best start, because I've had 3 players playing and every single one of them has returned. Get in there! Right, let's have a look then and see how my team has done, and then we'll talk about the evening. Zaha is back. Yes, he is. He made the thumbnail this evening, as you've seen. So here we go then. Here's my team. How have I done? 0 points for Zaha. Okay, so that was earlier. Let's have another look. I've got points. 20 points in total. Zaha on an 8. Happy days. So I've got 8 players tomorrow, and I'm 4 points to the good after my 16-point hit. Not bad. I'll take that as a start. Nico Williams, Zaha, Sanchez. Now, just for those of you that don't know, my rank going into this, 3.6 million at the start, took a minus 16 hit, and 5 transfers. So I'm actually shaking. I haven't celebrated somebody else's goal like for another team like I celebrated Zaha's goal. Like that was good. That was a good goal. That Zaha getting 1 bonus point. Yeah, he's got his clean sheet as well, hasn't he? Yeah, so 1 bonus. Happy days. Nico Williams at last got his clean sheet. Sanchez, clean sheet. Happy days. Happy days indeed. So yeah, so I am currently now roughly the same rank before the game week started, which obviously I'd rather be further up, but I'll take that. Although none of those players are any of the ones that I brought in. Although I could well have played Pope, because I did have Pope before, so I could well have played Pope after he got a score last week. But I doubt it, not with Forest. So yeah, I'm no better off than I would have been if I hadn't done any transfers at this minute in time. So let's not get too excited. But no, it's just nice to get some points, isn't it? When you've not been doing too well. Let's have a look and see how other players have done. I don't know if you know this site at all. This is live FPL. Rank gains from my team. So Sanchez got me up a little bit. So did Nico. So did Zaha. Who's affected me? Dunk. Well done, Dunk owners. 8 points, but it's not affected me massively. Henderson, 11 points. This is the team of threats around my rank. Won't affect a lot of you. Happy days. Interesting. These are my transfers that I've made. Solanke, Salah, Mount, Doherty and Ward in. Those are the ones that have gone out. These are some of the biggest transfers. A lot of people bringing in Trossard. Now, there was somebody who said to me, trust me, bring in Trossard 2 games ago, and I didn't. Who was that again? So yeah, lots of people bringing in Trossard, lots of people bringing in Salah, which we knew that was going to be the case. Salah to De Bruyne's been a big one. Salah from Maddison. Mount's been brought in. Mitrovic. This is in the top 10k, so you'd like to think these are good decisions being made by people. That's the game week. Right, let's have a look at the game then. Let's see who has been doing pretty well. So, first game, let's have Fantasy Football Hub. Yes, mate. Should have got a Brighton defender. Possibly, yeah. Possibly, but they conceded in the last game, didn't they? So, and then they've got 2 bad fixtures for the next couple of games. So, that's for tonight maybe, but I'm not sure they were a long-term signing in defence, to be honest with you. What am I looking at? Right, tools. So let's see if the stats are up straight away. I'm not sure if they come up this quickly or not. Who played in the first game? It was brain fart time. Oh my god, just watched it. There's a thing for this. Old age, that's what it's called. Old age, yeah. I have been sat at this computer all day doing my video this morning. Stream earlier on, watching football tonight. I have got a family, promise. Yeah, what was the first game tonight? Come on, give it to me. I've completely blanked. Yeah, let's close that down. Brighton Forest. That's it. Brighton Forest. Let's see if oh, they've done. See if so 12 is there. Webster 6 points, Dunk 6 points, Sanchez 6 points, yeah, Veltman 6 points. So who had the most shots tonight then? 4 shots. So this is where we try and have a little look and see if there's anything worth. So let me make this a bit bigger because there's some stats missing off here. There we go. That's the one. That's it. You can see that, can't you? Yeah. Right, so shots. Who's been doing well then for Brighton? Because, well, what's your thoughts on the games from the old eye test first and foremost? My thoughts, thinking, let's have a think. Now, I had the 2 games going on because I've got 2 screens here, so I'm sort of like watching a bit of both. But my initial thoughts with Brighton was same old Brighton, to be honest with you. Lots of ball. Just not lots of danger in front of goal. Obviously, there was the Trossard effort against the bar in the first half, but I'm struggling to remember loads of clear-cut chances, to be honest with you. What, there was 6 shots on target, 7 shots on target. That's the top 10 results. We don't need any more than that. 2 shots on target from Gross, 2 from Welbeck, 1 from Trossard, but he did have 4 shots. 2 of them inside the box. Expected goal involvement, we're looking at Welbeck as the most there, likely to have created an assist or scored this evening. Expected goal 0.82. Him or Groves probably should have got 1 somewhere between them. So to me, it's looking like Brighton were a little bit unlucky, but I don't know. For me, that's it now. They've got Manchester City next, Chelsea the game after. They're not a players to be bringing in now at all. At least Trossard would rise in value if you chose him. Yes, mate. Right, so yeah, no, Brighton, nothing to stand out from there for me because it's just not clinical enough. Just not clinical enough, Brighton. But I tell you what, up against Forest actually have become a little bit resolute, haven't they? Digging in, fighting for their manager. They're definitely playing for their manager, and that I think that sort of thing's always key. Let's have a look and see what their sort of fixtures are like. Where's it gone to type it in? There it is. Nottingham. So who's their biggest point scorers? So Henderson in goal. I think he's coming in at 11 points with bonus as well. Bonus not on here at the minute, as you can see. Yeah, BPS 39. These must still be uploading. Most shots. Johnson with 1. So see the toothless up front. So they were scoring goals early part of the season. I think this was said in the commentary actually. They were scoring goals but conceding lots, and now they're not really conceding, but they're not having much opportunity up top either. So it's almost like they've gone back to basics. Don't concede first. So maybe not the easy Tonkin we think they're going to be. Bueno was amazing. Defender at 3.9. That's worth knowing. Anybody's looking for a 3.9 defender. Didn't pick up on that. Well, him. Nico Williams, though. What a legend. What a legend at last. Finally got some points for him. Expected assists then. Who was looking like they were possibly up for it? God, there's nobody. Look at that. 0.07. Jesus, nobody creating anything. No wonder there's no, like they're not scoring. Expected goals, 0. Maybe that's not updated yet, surely. Can't be that bad. Well, no shots on target. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Bloody hell. So, yeah, I don't think there's anybody there that we're looking at moving forward. However, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, they surely can't be up yet. We're only like 10 minutes after the game. I hope so. That'd be nice. That'd make this worthwhile looking at right here, right now. If not, we'll go hunting them on Sofa Score or something like that. See if they're up to date. Crystal Palace. Definitely changed that. No, it must not be. It was a bit early. It was about 10-15 minutes after the game, to be fair. But no, just off the top of my head, the players that were sort of like really stood out, obviously their attacking line is, you know, looking good going forward. The only thing is, who's it going to be? But that Alysse's looking really good. Nice feet. Eze, obviously, he's got another goal this evening. And Crystal Palace have got some good fixtures. Unfortunately, they conceded a goal. I know there's people out there owning Gayhe. Can't go back and erase that, can I? Can't go back and erase that. But no, Crystal Palace have got some good fixtures moving forward. So maybe they are a team to target, and maybe we'll have a look at those. Look at that. And this is why I had Sahar in. To be honest with you, half time I was all for binning him. I was thinking about he's the next one on the list. Can I swap him out for Cancelo in 2 game weeks' time? But after the second half and the way the Sellers Park faithful got behind him, you could hear them sing his name. They love him, and you could see he grew into that game. And yeah, long may it continue. Apart from in this game against Everton away, of course. But Southampton at home, West Ham away, Notts Forest away might not be as easy as we've just been discussing as we first thought. But that's it then up until the World Cup. There's only 4 game weeks after this one. As for their opponents, Wolverhampton Wanderers, they're getting relegated. I said to my mate, actually, before this season kicked off, I worry for Wolves this season. I did. I've got that on a message. I hope he's watching, actually, yeah, because I think Wolves are getting relegated. They've got to go. There's nobody that anybody wants from Wolves now, is there? I mean, they've brought in Diego Costa up front, and, you know, God bless him. He's been an absolutely fantastic player, but he's past it. He's past it. You know, they're now relying on Adama Traore. But what a great header, by the way. What a great header. And that assist from him. Is he 3.9? Bueno, yeah. That assist, that was a lovely left foot assist. That was one Leighton Baines would have been proud of back in his day, to be honest. Chilwell written all over it. So, yeah, maybe he is possibly worth keeping an eye on. But who's finishing them for him? Not like, you know, I'm not... But 3.9, to be fair, if he's going to play, not a bad option. But for me, Patterson is on his way back, and Nico Williams is off the mark. He's actually, I think he has had 1 clean sheet before, hasn't he? But for me, actually playing him, he's off the mark. So yeah, well done, Nico Williams. That's it. Anybody got any... hi, Doctor, how you doing? Anybody got any thoughts on tonight's game? Any players stand out for you that you're thinking, I'm possibly going to be getting those in this week? Have a sip of my beer. Last bit. At least Mitchell played all 90 minutes, even though he did concede. Yeah, he got his 2 points, did he? There was worry about him before the game. By you, wasn't there, mate, to be fair? They all count. But no, I could not be happier with my start to the game week. That's God, I've almost got nearly many points as last week. So no, happy days. Okay, anybody want to share anything from tonight that they think is a good nugget for anybody else? For me, it's if you haven't got Zaha and you're looking for a midfielder, he is the player to go out and sign this week. 18 points after bonus points. You've got Dunk. Well done, mate. And Eze, great start to the game week for you. Plays in that central attacking mid-roller is my dark horse for the next 2 game weeks. Absolutely, mate. Eze is in soon. Yeah, I think any of these... Alisse, look how good he looked. Playing a bit further out on the right, but I think any of those 3 players are worth bringing in, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about a double up, but they've got the fixtures, haven't they? How much is Eze, actually? Just out of interest. I'm going to have a look and see who people are signing, actually, tonight, because there's always a few, isn't there? I'll show you my bus team as well for next week. Can't be looking too far ahead, can we? But you left them alone. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right, let's just go and try and transfer somebody out. No, I'm on the wrong page. Boom, boom, boom. Transfers. Is he around the 6-ish? 6-ish mark? Bum, 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 bum. I've not really considered him just simply because of the fact that 5.6. ICT index 44 of 276. Goal, 2 goals and an assist in his last game. Look at this, here we go. 1, 2. Maybe he is about to pop, but for me it's all about Zaha. It's all about, if you've got the extra, I think it, personally, my opinion, it's about Zaha if you're bringing them in. But if you've already got Eze, then obviously, yeah, you stick with Eze. He's in form, isn't he? Totally. Anybody else got any things they want to share from this evening? What was I going to look at? See who is most transferred in and out. And I'll tell you what else we'll look at. We'll look at price changes just to see if there's anybody changing this evening. Team of the week so far. Not got the bonuses on there yet. So everybody, look at this. People go in. 27,000 transfers already. Phil Foden, Saka, Martinelli. People bringing Haaland back in already. Salah, but the most, Phil Foden and Saka. Interesting. So they're bringing back, and Haaland bringing back the assets they've just sold. Let's have a look at my bus team for next week while we're looking at that. Who are people ditching then? People still getting rid of James Trossard. People are binning him off. Got those tough fixtures coming up. Maddison. Gross. Luis Diaz. Are we due any price drops? So my favourite price drop site, Fantasy Football Fix. You took Hendo out for Pope this week. Oh, gutted, mate. But, I mean, Pope may still deliver my boys Everton due to play there. Although, Dominic Calvert-Lewin posting a picture of himself saying, come on, you Blues, makes me think he's due a start. So, not saying he's going to score, but hopefully that's the plan. Right, let's have a look at price changes for this evening. Welcome to my shed, your one-stop guide to FPL. No one really looking like they're changing tonight, so that's good. Everyone waiting, but look, it is Phil Foden, 6.7 per hour. Saka, Martinelli, Haaland, Saliba, Mount, Salah, Cancelo, Tony, be wary of Tony. Anyone thinking Tony? Only say that because he's on 4 yellow cards. If you weren't aware. So yeah, those are the people early doors. The early movers are going for. But not like anyone's changing at all. Can we see your team for next game week? Of course you can. Of course you can. Let's have a look. So pick team. So I think I did this earlier. Yes, I did. So there we go. So that's my starting 11. It could do with being a bit of a. It's a bit of a funny shape, isn't it? Let me just. There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? So yeah, Ward in goal. I've got the option of Sanchez, but he's playing Manchester City, so it's not an option I'm going to take. And then this is who I've chosen at the minute. So I've got Doherty in defence. My other options, I've got Cresswell, Nico Williams. Well, it won't be Nico Williams against Liverpool at this moment in time. Cresswell against Bournemouth is a shout if he does well this week and starts to fulfil that reason I brought him in last week. But I've got Doherty, Chilwell, Trippier. Then my 5 in midfield, Martinelli, Foden, Zaha, Salah, Mount, and then up top, Haaland and Firmino up against Forest as well. Already put my captaincy, my bus captaincy goes to Mo Salah. And yeah, Erling Haaland is currently on vice. Whether I can keep that is another. In fact, watching Forest tonight, as solid as they were, yeah, I'm just going to change it now. I'm not going to lead anybody astray. Thinking of that. I've done that before the Forest game. Literally, as soon as as soon as it was live, I've done that. So yeah, that's my team going into this week. Obviously, got a transfer available, but I'm not looking to do one. My tactic moving forward. Okay, so part of my 16-point hit is I'm going to take no more hits between now and the World Cup whatsoever. I'm going to roll a transfer this week, so I've got 2 next week. And then when I've got my 2 transfers, that's when I shall take 1 at a time. So I'm rolling 1 transfer every week. So I go into every game week with 2 transfers for that emergency sort of situation with an injury. So I don't have to take any hits. That is a prime paramount to me. The reason I took that big hit was to try and set myself up for this going forward. I think that's not a bad team going into game week 13. Bit of a tough one for defence, in fairness. Bit of a tough one there, but not tough enough for me to want to go and change anything yet. And I've got Solanke there as my first sub. So if any of those players are rested, not bothered at all. And then looking at game week 14, 15 to probably go with a wild card. I would wait with Tony until he gets his yellow card, yeah. Right, mate, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks very much for joining me. In the comments below, if you're watching this after the stream, then please do let me know what you think about any players or any sort of findings that you've got from these games, any thoughts you've got. Do subscribe. We're going for the big 100 and like this video if this is the sort of content you like, because it just keeps me encouraging to do it, and I'll do it again tomorrow night. All right then, guys, thanks a lot.